I was sick.
Yay.
I was sick. Appreciate that. Great production, by the way, guys.
Hey,
good job
Aren't
on
those
that.
guys awesome?
Yeah, that's like phenomenally awesome. Like that's as smooth as I've ever done. Like I do a million of these throughout the year, man, and that was as smooth as it gets, man. So I love that we actually have people that are even capable of doing stuff like that within our community.
Oh, well, hang on. Patrick wants to throw up the webcam. There's the webcam.
What's up with it, Pat? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. We need to hook up soon. I want to talk about comics with you.
Nah, dude, let's do it. Like, what side of Dallas are you on?
Very nerdy in here.
I'm in Flower Mound.
You're in Flower, so you're like Louisville, kind of. Because I'm northeast of Louisville, so you're like what, southwest?
Right by the airport, pretty much.
Oh, so by DFW. Yeah. So yeah, I'm over there all the time because I'm over there like Los Colinas. That's where one of my offices is. So I'm out there. I'm out that way all the time. But yeah, man, most definitely we can link up, man. I'll be 100% down for that, man. But yeah, just the production value of I watch all of the stuff. You know what I mean? Like I might be in the background, but I've seen all of, Patrick, I've seen all of your like videos and stuff like that. The production and yeah, dog, I'm not even playing. Like it looks
Eric, they were a couple of the fanboys.
Yeah, like I'm like, no, for sure. Like I see all it. A lot of people don't think I'm like connected. Like I might not be talking about it all the time, but I see it. You know what I mean? And I would say like production, like you guys that's such a big thing with just and content creation in general it's a huge thing, man. And I think a lot of people in our community more so just they don't take it serious enough. And you guys have that element that is just everything looks good from the camera quality on down to just how you guys transitions. Everything looks like it just looks really, 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 really good. And that's just, to me, that's half the battle.
Exactly what I set out to do, man. Because like all the previous volunteerist content out there years ago was like some weirdo sitting in a dark room with like terrible audio.
Because that's like, most of the volunteerists.
Exactly. No, 100%. Like that's exactly the truth, man. But it looks so good, man. Like whether in front of a green screen, not in front of it looks good, and it's a very, very, very quality. Like I see the videos all. I might not, and I have, you know what I mean? I might not be saying a lot about it, but I see it all the time, man. So most definitely, man, like you guys keep rocking it, man, because that element in itself is so important, and it makes people take the content serious, man. And if you can just make it, that's really literally half the battle. I would say that's how, like, even with the comic stuff, how I kind of popped up on that world was that I was just doing content that looked good. You know what I mean? I used my, whether it be my cameras and just my presentation, everything is on point just because nobody else, there's only a few other people that make good content that looks good. So I cannot, praise you guys enough on just how good it looks, man. And most definitely we can link up and do some stuff, man. Since we're in the city.
You're on the main stage of Acapulco. I'm on the whatever the other stage
Advocacy stage.
Sick. So
sick.
I will see you there.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll be sweet. Yeah, we'll be out there. I would say now more than ever, collaborating on content, because you guys just do a good job of visually, man. That would, I mean, I'm a one man show. The lady don't help with shit. I do everything. Record, edit, all of that stuff I do myself. So most definitely, man. And same goes to you guys. You know what I mean? If you got anything you want to, if I'm around, man, I'll be 100% up to linking up to help you guys with whatever, man.
Well, I definitely want to do some comic book stuff because I was going to do some shit on my own, but it sounds like you're already on top of it.
Man, dog, like it's funny, man. Like I would say over the last year, it's been nuts, man. And I don't even promote it that much because I don't have to. My YouTube is so nuts, man, where I'm getting literally hundreds of thousands of views just on straight comic book material. So that's a big thing that I'm doing now as far as content creating, and I do a lot of it. That's why I got I got a million comics over here that I do, and just I'm always reviewing stuff all day long, man. And I get these writers of that's why I reviewed the recent Black Widow comic, because the writers themselves, like the Saska sisters, were reaching out to me like, hey man, we love your content. Can you cover the shit? You know what I mean?
I've been following video games closer than comics, but I saw your video on the Supergirl.
Yeah.
Fucking spot on. Like,
man, appreciate
the words right out of my mouth, man.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. That was one of the videos that I think sent the comic stuff into the strat. I think it's almost, if it's not at 1 million views now, it's there.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah,
wow.
like man, like that video is nuts now on YouTube, man. So that's what I would say. That was the video. That was a tipping point. I did that video in June, I think, and that was like when everybody started coming to my channel specifically for the comic material, man. So that was the video that did it. So just being able to talk about they really, I mean, some of these idiotic writers, they're writing the material for me. I just get to talk about it and put them on blast for it. So it's fun. It's fun, man. I think that's another untapped, I think, medium for libertarians to be in that artistic sort of realm. And that was one of the reasons I've always been a nerd for it. So I just clicked this like last year. I was like, maybe I should start creating content centered around it and make it look good. So yeah, man, I think some untapped potential there. So we can link up and chat about that too, for sure.
And you know, a percentage of that audience is going to check out the rest of your content and might learn something.
Bingo, and that's the goal. That's the idea. I mean, I'll say I can't even keep up with all the comments on my YouTube, but if I go check right now, there's going to be one that mentions the band. Like, oh man, I didn't know he was in this band. Or something like that. Oh, dang, this is the guy that also talks about this and this and that. So it's important, man. That's stuff. That's what I'm always talking about with the culture stuff, man. Like it's real. Like I'm not just talking out of my ass when I say, you know, I personally utilize that to connect, and it's a working strategy. You know what I mean? It works.
I'm gonna stream some video games now, man. You're inspiring me.
Let's do it, man. Like that's all.
We were just talking about the properties of streaming video games on the channel and whether or not it would be like a good thing to advocate out. You know, because it's not necessarily liberty tied and whatnot.
Yeah,
but it's something we both do.
Like,
you know,
I think it's something worth trying. I mean, my Twitch popped off a little bit. Now I'm streaming a little bit more on YouTube because I'm getting those views. That's where a lot of my core viewership is at. But no, most definitely. I mean, it's. I mean, a lot of people game, you know what I mean? So you can't deny the cultural importance of it. So most definitely, I think there's a lot of people there. And the thing I like about having versed different things that I have in terms of content, and it's certainly what I would encourage all of you guys, is to have those being more than just a one-trick pony, simply because that delivery style might not be set up for everybody. Like there's not everybody that's into maybe my videos in which I talk. The way I talk, I'm more of a like aggressive. I don't want to say aggressive. Like I'm street. You know what I mean? I ain't no suit and tie kind of do. I'm not the analogy I'm always using is because me and him are good friends with Jeffrey Tucker. Like we might be saying the same shit, but we are polar opposite just in terms of delivery. You know what I mean? But just some people don't like that, and I get people that say, "Oh, I like the band, but I don't like the comic stuff. I like the comic stuff, but I don't like the band. I like to hear you just talk about." So it's like you got to give.
I'm worried about though. Do you have a problem with like people leaving or unsubbing or whatever?
I don't have a problem with leaving. If my thing is that you have to have a core at the end of the day. You don't want a complete you don't want to be a one-trick pony, but in the same aspect, you want a core foundation. So I don't have people leaving, and I would argue the people that I mean, there are people that have unfollowed me and stuff like that, with like the comics and stuff like that. But I have more people coming to it than I have leaving. So it's like they're replacing them anyway. But most definitely, in being able to have different elements, to me, it's worked to my advantage because I'm able to disperse it in different ways. So I'm not top heavy in one aspect. Maybe one like my YouTube may be top heavy in one aspect. But if you look at my Twitter or you look at my Facebook and those particular posts, it's different. A Twitch. So I'm on like between those and four or five different damn platforms, and I may have followings on those individual ones that have all come from different things. So I don't find that issue of, I guess I could see where that could be the case if you don't plan it out. But most definitely for me, it's worked to my event. The more it's like I'm always like, do I find something else to add to it? Because I'm striking a gold mine every time. Like the music was the thing, and then the comics, and I would say now the comics, my YouTube, more people are there for comics than they were for the video games or the damn regular just videos of me talking. So you got to hit them from different angles, man. And there are gonna be, I think, some individuals that are like, all right, I don't want to see this. Maybe I'll unfollow them. But me personally, those ain't the type of people maybe I want following me anyway. If they think I'm a fucking robot that only can do things this way, I don't think that's the way to do it. So most definitely, I think if y'all have interest, definitely with the presentation that you guys are able to produce, if you have other interests, I would say entertain. It's nothing wrong with starting a vlog or a channel or even in your brand in having different things. We did it with BackWordz, prime example. Our website, we this past year, we launched like the BackWordz news stuff. So on BackWordzMusic.com, we have the merchandise and we have obviously the music, but we have a bunch of news stuff there too. So like you can hit them from different angles, and that just makes, I think a lot of people that are against it are probably pissed that they can't do it. But you guys have the production value, and if you have the interest to do it, man, pursue it. Just do it, man. Fucking go for it.
See what happens.
I'm flying on the wall right now. I'm a fly on the wall, but I'm learning a lot, so I'm not leaving this chat. I want to hear.
Most definitely. No,
I've always been like a super nerdy, like, philosophy-centric, channel.
Yeah.
And but like I'm into video games. I'm into all kinds of nerdy shit. So I'm just worried that if I start putting that out, that those 1,000 people are going to be like, oh no, I don't want this.
You're gonna have put before. My thing is that you don't know until you go for it, and when you go for it, if you start getting that feedback and people are enjoying it, like that, trust me, like that's literally what happened with the comic stuff for me. Like I just out of nowhere was like, what I was thinking, sitting back. I'm a real analytical guy. I was looking at a lot of comic content creation. And I was like, there's a lot of people that talk about this stuff, but their production sucks. So I might could just slide up in there, and all I got to do is look. I mean, I can talk, I can speak. All I got to do is have a presentation that looks okay, and I think people are gonna enjoy it. And that's sort of what happened. It took a while, but it happened. It took 6 months for it to pop, but it popped. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're gonna get people that are gonna be like, man, I'm not into this, but dude, like certainly in our community, like we need more people branching out doing that other shit, man. Like I would say more than now than ever, man, because we got enough buffs that can sit and talk your ear off about economics, non-aggression principle, and all of that shit. We got a million people that can do that, but we don't have. That's why I stuck out like a sore thumb, because I was the guy that came while like I was an average looking dude that was just culturally I was sound. I was in it. I was in the rap game. I was in the rock. I was in the metal game. So I appealed to them just because I wasn't like the Jeffrey Tuckers of the world, you know what I mean? Which is no disrespect to them. It's like they exist for a reason. But I'm saying like we need other people that have that sort of delivery, because when you think about it, what the hell does the left have, for example? They got all these fucking nerds. They got people in every aspect you can think of, from the sports to the all the content creation on YouTube, comic video game, all of that. The news, like they have everything on complete lock, bro. Yeah. So it's like, why shouldn't we be doing that? You know what I mean? That's actually what, to me, I think that's where the war's going to be won. The more people that we can get that are in these elements that are so heavy, people are very influential on, like we're going to kill it. That's where the war is going to be won from a cultural standpoint. So I'm always trying to, and in all honesty, I would love to, at some point host like some sort of workshop where I'd actually invite like other content creators to have sort of that round table connection about that sort of stuff, because I think we have a lot of people that are very talented, that can utilize their talents to connect with people that otherwise people could not do. And you shouldn't be afraid to utilize that to spread your message. Like, you know, Trisha being a beautiful woman, like that in itself right there is a strategy. Like that in itself, just because she exists,
damn straight.
like she can utilize that, and she should utilize that to spread the message, because people are gonna fawn over her just because, you know, how she looks. Like, and the same thing with me being black. Me and a black guy, I got guys that are you know, that gravitate towards me, that other, just because they don't want to hear it from the white dudes, but they hear it from me. You know, like, we'd be stupid not to be utilizing these elements in which we connect with other individuals. And I think we are sitting on a lot of individuals within our community, within the libertarian community, that have things that they're good at, have things that they're interested in. But I think because we're so top heavy in individuals that just do things just one way, like, and that's all right, well, getting up there and talking about these subject matters that we talk about, I think trick ourselves into thinking that that's the way that it has to be. And it doesn't. It really doesn't.